Have you heard of our Lord and Savior Urza and his discount plan for salvation?
Sweet salvation!
Everybody loves a great deal, and here is the discount double check. Today's deck is led by Urza Lord Protector, and he is going to help us discount all of our artifacts, instants, and sorceries. Now, most people like to play him and try to merge him into Urza Planeswalker, and that does happen several times in the video as I've already shot the games, but he is actually very good at also discounting our bigger stuff to get him out faster and more aggressively. So let's take a look. If you don't know what he does, he is a human artificer, a 2/4 for a colorless, a white, and a blue that says that artifact, instant, and sorcery spells cost 1 less to cast, as I already mentioned. And you can pay 7 colorless, and if you own both him and an artifact named the Mightstone and Weakstone, you exile them, they come back into the game, flipped over into the melded side as Urza Planeswalker. He's a 7 loyalty Planeswalker. You can activate his abilities twice each turn rather than once. And he has a +2 of artifact, instant, and sorceries, cost 2 less to cast, and you gain 2 life. +1, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. 0 to make 2 colorless soldier artifact creature tokens. -3 to exile a non-land permanent, or -10. Artifacts and planeswalkers you control gain indestructible until end of turn, and destroy all non-land permanents. So all of your artifacts and planeswalkers become indestructible, and then everything else just is level to the ground, just like the Silex Blast. So to get this going, we have our first setup here, and I actually didn't move some of these things over when I was doing this, is our protection column that I usually start off with. We have Swiftfoot Boots, Teferi's Time Twist, Valorous Stance, and Lauren's Escape. Just ways to make things indestructible or hexproof, or both, or blink it out of the game, just to keep Urza up long enough to turn into the Planeswalker mode, or to keep your things going on the cheap, protect your things that you've brought out that are big. Whatever happens to be the case, these spells are there to help do that. And then we have a removal column, which is basically your usual suspects. Here we have Swords to Plowshares. Cathar Commando's here because she's basically here to be a disenchant most of the time, or a block and then disenchant. A Fateful Absence, Touch Spirit Realm Exile. I put this in there because it can also be used to blink things, which is actually useful for things like Portal to Phyrexia, which we'll mention later. You can blink it with this if you use its channel ability and get another trigger out of it. Supreme Verdict, Doomscar, Time Wipe, the blue-white board wipe all-stars. And then we have our Mana Ramp, Mana Rock, Mana Dork category, I would call it. Mox Amber. I have Mox Amber in here because I have enough legendary stuff in here to kind of kick it around and get something out of it. Arcane Signet, Cold Steel Heart, Mindstone, Ornithopter of Paradise, the usual guys I throw in here. I put Urza Power Stone Prodigy under here because his big thing is to draw cards, and then if you throw an artifact in the yard, you get a Power Stone. So he draws you cards, but he also gives you mana rocks. Burnished Heart goes and gets lands out of your deck. Palladium Mirror taps for 2 is a mana dork. And then here's the Mightstone and the Weakstone, which is the other half of the Planeswalker. When you pay 5 colorless, when it enters, you either draw 2 cards or -5/-5 a creature. I would say probably 95% of the time you're going to -5/-5 and kill something with it, unless they're just too big to be killed by it. Because there's usually some meddlesome creature or something that's going to cause you issues that you need to get rid of, and this is just a good way to do it. And then you have the Mana Rock. And then it also taps for 2 colorless, and the mana off of this cannot cast non-artifact spells, but it can be used to do activated abilities. So the nice part is once you slam this down for 5, you're already at 7 mana for Urza. As soon as you untap, you're at 7. He's a Planeswalker. It's actually much easier to meld Urza than it has been to meld Titania and Mishra. Something about the way those cards were constructed compared to Urza, it's just a lot easier to go this one. And then this is what I call the discount line. We got Starhand Courser, we got Cloud Key, which you can name artifact off of, or one of the other things in there. Now bear in mind with Cloud Key, if you name artifact, it also nails artifact creatures. If you name creature on it, it'll do artifact creatures and all other regular creatures. So it's something to consider with how you've built your deck. If you have more regular creatures or a good mix of both, you may just want to name creature to get those instead, but then it doesn't affect non-creature artifacts. Foundry Inspector, artifacts cost less. Semblance Advil, you exile a card from your hand and all the types. The best thing you can do is put an artifact creature under this because then they each, an artifact or a creature, gets -2 to its casting cost. Joyer's Familiar, historic spells cost 1 less. And in case you weren't around for the original Dominaria set, historic spells were artifacts, sagas, or legendaries. So every time you have this out, one of those type of spells has a discount. And then we have Ugin the Ineffable for 6 colorless. Colorless spells cost 2 less to cast. Well, all of our artifacts, most of them anyways, are colorless, so you don't have to worry about not getting the discount off of it. And then he has a good removal effect on him, and he can help generate a little bit of card advantage by exiling the top card, and when those things die in combat, you get them back. And then we have like the column of artifacts, and a lot of it's just the things that we're discounting and trying to get on the board quicker than you would normally do. There is some cheaper stuff in this column too. We have Chief of the Foundry, makes the artifact creatures better. Mecha Godzilla, which is the crystalline giant in the game. He's just a good little attacker. Sometimes he's a good blocker too. Liberator, Urza's Battlethopter, makes it so our artifacts and colorless spells have flash, which is important sometimes. And if you cast a spell that's got a power or greater than its power on the mana conversion cost, it gets a counter as well. Nettle Cyst, 3 colorless, +1/+1 for every artifact and enchantment. We got so many artifacts floating around, you're going to get some pretty good sized guys coming off of it. Phyrexia Metamorph, it can copy artifacts or creatures, so don't be afraid to copy something like a Portal to Phyrexia or Cityscape Leveler or something like that. Anything that helps push the game along, it's a good thing to copy. Helm of the Host creates token copies. You can create copies of Urza and get more and more discounts. There's a game, I don't know if I'm putting it in the video, where I used Helm of the Host and had like 5 or 6 copies of Urza, but unfortunately I didn't draw any spells in order to take advantage of all that discounting. Steel Seraph. This thing is a freaking house. Every time I've ever played this card, it has done just stupid things for me. It's a 6 colorless, it's a 5/4 flyer, and then at the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gains flying, vigilance, or lifelink until end of turn. Or you can prototype it for 1 white as a 3/3. It just gives your best attacker flying and can punch through, or gives them lifelink to help stabilize your life total, or vigilance if you want to be able to attack and still keep a blocker back. It does a lot of good things, and people look at the 6 converted mana cost and go, that sucks. And it doesn't suck. It's really good. Wormcoil Engine, 6/6 for 6, Phyrexian Worm, Death Touch, Lifelink, and if it dies, it splits in half into 2 3/3s, 1 with Lifelink, 1 with Death Touch. If you can get this out for 2 or 3 mana, it's really good too. Combat Thresher, it's a 3/3 double striker on its full side, or a 1/1 on the prototype side, and when it enters, draw a card. This is freaking hilarious if you can get this down for like 4 mana. You have a 4/4 or a 3/3 double striker for like 4 mana. That's pretty dang good. Thought Monitor, it already has its own built-in discount thing with affinity for artifacts. It's a 2/2 flyer. Then when it's in the battlefield, you draw 2 cards, but then your discounts also double up. So it's like if you have your Foundry Inspector and already discounts, it gets another cheaper because it's an artifact, so then you get 2 out of it instead. And then we have Meteor Golem, one of our big fatties. You start making those cheap and you start blowing stuff up. Platinum Angel, they can't kill you if this thing's around. Parhelion 2, you make this cheaper to get on the board, and then you can crew it for a 4, and then you can start creating angels and attacking your opponent's life total. This is just fun. Spotter Thopter, it's a big flyer that can hit and helps you scry through your deck. Cityscape Leveler is probably one of the best things you can cast in the deck. When you cast it, you smash something on their side and they get a Power Stone, and then when it attacks, it does the same thing. So it makes it also a good thing to copy if you can. So I love this card. And then Portal to Phyrexia, I mentioned this earlier with Teferi's Time Twist. And what was the other thing? Anything that copies or flickers or does anything stupid with this thing, you want to try to copy it and get multiple uses out of this thing.
I almost had a senior fairy moment. Don't you move.
Oh, and I also mentioned it with Touch the Spirit Realm. I almost forgot that you can channel it and flicker it out. So there's a few different things you can do there. And then this column is what I would call the artifact synergies column. We have all the glitters in Michiko's Reign of Truth. We already had Nettle Cyst mentioned in the last column. Well, this one is basically every artifact and enchantment +1/+1. So you can, if you have a Nettle Cyst on the board, you can actually double dip off this effect, and it's hilarious. And then you got Drafna, Founder of Latinum. You can pay to return an artifact. So if you have to play something early, you can bounce it back to replay it. And then he has 3 untapped, copy an artifact, and that includes your creatures and stuff. So like, say you play a Steel Seraph as a prototype, and then you get enough mana, you can bounce it back and then cast it as its full-size version. Same thing with Spotter Thopter and the Metamorphs. All those different things, you can just bounce them around and get extra uses out of. Rise and Shine. All non-creature artifacts you control become 4/4s, and then if you overload it, or a target one, if you just cast it for what it is. So like your Cloud Key, your Semblance Anvil, your Mox Ambers, all those things, your Swift Foot Boots, they all of a sudden are 4/4 creatures to just finish your opponent off if need be. Tempered Steel, artifact control creatures get +2/+2. Make them bigger. This gets them back out of the graveyard if they get blown up. Same thing with Hannah Ship's Navigator. Lauren also helps get your artifacts back out of the graveyard, but she has additional triggers for every legendary creature that enters the battlefield. Afterwards, you can start getting stuff back out of your graveyard if necessary. Tezzeret, Betrayer of Flesh. Activated abilities on our artifacts are going to cost 2 less, and then he synergizes with artifacts because then he can turn artifacts into creatures, and if the thing isn't a vehicle, it can have a base power and toughness of 4/4. If it is a vehicle, though, it just becomes whatever its power and toughness is. So, like, you can animate your Parhelion with him, and it becomes a 5/5 version of itself without having to be crude. Urza's Command, -2/-0, creates Power Stones, or creates a construct that's bigger for every artifact you control, or you scry one and draw a card. Most oftentimes, I'll create the construct, and I'll either draw a card or create a Power Stone, depending on what my needs are. Repair and Recharge. I actually had a surprise. I don't know if this is going to make it into the video, where I actually brought a Planeswalker back because I forgot the spell actually did that. It was mostly here to return artifacts, so if they blew up one of my artifacts, I could get it back on the board for fairly cheap, especially for like big stuff like a Cityscape Leveler or a Portal to Phyrexia or something like that. We got Tezzeret, Artifice Master, creates Thopters, which goes with our theme here of artifacts, draws cards, and if you control 3 or more artifacts, you draw 2. Works out really well. And then we also have Hangerback Walker, which we accidentally saw earlier in the video because I had it in the wrong column. You can just, dump all your excess mana into this thing, and if it dies, then you get a bunch of little Thopters, which then also helps support all that glitters and the Nettle Cyst and stuff like that in the long run. Stonecoil Serpent, it's pro multicolor, reach trample, and then you just dump your mana into it and make a big fat attacker or blocker. And then the column over here is like the kind of like the best of the rest. Spark Double. You can copy Urza with this and just make multiple Urzas, or you can copy one of your other things such as Ugin or one of the Tezzerets, or you can copy Platinum Angels, or there's all kinds of stuff you can copy with this thing. There's a game in there. I don't know if I'm putting it in. Believe I copied one of the discount guys, the Joyrus Familiar, just so I could get extra spell discounts out of them, and it was funny. And then we also have Masterful Replication. I pulled off a dumb stunt in I think it was with the other Urza, where I turned all my stuff into Steel Seraphs. So I've been running this in all of my artifact decks that have blue, because you're just like, oh, all my stuff is now this, and it just turns them into stuff. So imagine you have Power Stones or treasures, Ornithopters of Paradise, all this stuff is laying around, and all of a sudden all of them turn into freaking Cityscape Levelers or something. It's kind of dangerous and a good way to finish a game. True Polymorph, target artifact becomes a copy of another artifact or creature, so you can turn like your Wormcoil engines into Cityscape Levelers, or you can turn your other guys into multiple Platinum Angels, or maybe you want more discounting, you can create more Phantom Ring Specters. There's a bunch of different things you can do here. And then Jin-Gitaxi's Progress Tyrant. Whenever you cast an artifact, instant, or sorcery, you get a copy, and then it counters the first one that your opponents do each turn. So this is just here to copy some of our non-legendary artifacts and artifacts, instants, and sorceries. Artifacts being the big one. And then basically the only thing it can't copy is the Might Stone and the Weak Stone. Everything else in the deck is non-legendary when it comes to the artifacts. Except, actually, I think Brilliant too. Can't copy it either. But, anyways, that's most of the deck. And then you got your usual suspects in the mana category. Plains, Islands, Otawara, Adakar Waste, Henge Pathway, Razortide Bridge, Enlightenment, Temple of Enlightenment, Plaza of Heroes. And then I'm now realizing I forgot to put in Command Tower and Forsaken Crossroads. Those should probably be in there as well. But with that said, I hope you enjoy the deck. Let's go do some discounting and see what kind of bargains we get. Jetmir. Alright, let's see what we can do, because they might speed out to just a flat-out run-you-over thing. That's what they tend to do with Jetmir. This is not a keepable hand, though. It's a little better, but not by much. Pass. I'm not gonna put the Mox Amber down, because if they have any artifact removal, it just gives them a target to throw it at, and it might be something that has, I don't know, return something from your graveyard or create a token, or something attached to it that just speeds them up or gives them a benefit. And I really don't want to give them the opportunity, because it doesn't do anything for us until we get Urza, Lauren, or Ugin down. Well, it doesn't actually generate color with Ugin. Excuse me. So, oops. But Ugin's, he's only here because it makes all the colorless, i.e. artifact spells, cheaper. So far, they're kind of a little slow out the gate. Most Jetmir decks that I've ever faced off against, they're just like bam, 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 and just starts going wide really quick, so that Jetmir is like really good off the bat for them. Let's go ahead and do Urza. We don't need to put the Mox Amber out there. It's always good to mask a little bit of information if necessary as you're playing, because then it lets your opponents, decide, oh, they don't have anything out I can use this spell on, and maybe they'll cycle it away or discard it to pay for a spell effect or whatever they're doing, and then you surprise them by playing this later, and it's like, oh, I should have kept that spell. Whoops. There's Scoot. So now he's going to go really wide. I need a board wipe really bad. Yeah, he doesn't want me killing any of his stuff between now and then. Let's do Let's do Urza number 2. Now we'll do the Mox Amber. And then I'm also going to drop the Nettle Cyst. So that'll give me a 2/2 living weapon, just as a blocker. Nothing more, nothing less. Alright, so he's played Jetmir. They just have Vigilance. This is good. That means that I can probably just kill Jetmir next turn, or maybe even the Scoot Swarm. That way he can't get, like, extra wide. Alright, so let's do Ugin. I am going to get rid of the swarm. It's more problematic because if he just starts churning out lands, like a land search spell or something like that, we're screwed. Because then it's like whoop whoop whoop, and it's like all of a sudden he's got his double strike ability turned up on Jetmir and we're dead. So this possibly slows him down enough where I'm not going to die right away. Alright, so he's probably going to go after Ugin. Oh, no, what? That is really weird. Okay, so now see, he's already up to oh crap level, so we're hurting. Alright, well that would have been good to have in hand. So now we're just going to have to start just churning down through stuff. I don't have an artifact card in my graveyard, but I don't think it matters. I think we're dead. Yep, we're toast.
Psych.
Well, screw it. Activate this. Or we're not dead. That's pretty good. Let's dump this. And we'll play Lauren as a blocker. And we'll pass the turn. I thought we were toast. I guess it's not the end of the world just yet. He's going to pass to the attacks. And then I think I have a nice little surprise. Uh-huh. Pass to blockers. Let's see. Let's kill Amara. Let's kill this stupid thing. Let's kill that stupid thing. He'll shrink enough. This guy and this guy. 6 blockers. Swords. Bye, Jetmir. That's a little more reasonable. Yeah, he got a lot of life out of that. But that, I went from sudden death to, wow, I might actually have a chance of living. Alright, there's a Platinum Angel under that, which I could time twist it to get it out. That's actually kind of funny. So yeah, we're just gonna go with these guys, because there's no point otherwise. Because he's not replaying Jetmir for at least a couple of turns. And like I said, I can time twist this 2-2 and get the Platinum Angel. Or I can get the bounce spell. You know, I have options. Lightning Helix. Target permanent I control, huh? Well, we're just going to go ahead and exile him. That's fine. No life for you. I get a fresh Ugin. Have a nice day. Oh, and he gives up. That's okay. Go-Shintai. Well, if he gets the Shrine of Tron online, we're dead, so we're going to have to stop that from happening. I mean, a 1-1 hangerback's not the worst thing in the world. single white is more important than double blue. And let's go ahead and get Urza down. And we're just going to sit. Because the quicker we can get these online, the better. The Cityscape and the Portal need to be available to us quicker than you would think. Though, if he gets his board, you know, too crazy, Time Wipe can come in, too. I'm just going to pass and put counters on the hanger back. There's no point in slamming this stuff down. I don't have enough little artifacts to make them do anything worthwhile. Plus, Time Wipe is a very real consideration here. Alright, we got a borrowed time. He's going to go after Urza, I think. Okay, it's fine. Put him back to the command zone. What, you didn't want me to kill your guy? Alright. I think it's time for a Nexus to come down. And we're gonna sit and just wait. I really wish I would have had the land. That would have been better. But, come on land, I probably need to wipe this board. Because this board is ugly. Okay. So... I'm just trying to think if it would behoove me to play this now with the hanger back on the board. So then I can do the pump up a big Thopter the next turn, but nah, it's not. Screw it. We want the hanger back to die in this case because I want the Thopter tokens. Because the more artifacts we have out, the better for the Nexus and the All That Glitters and the Ray of Truth. But based on the fact that he's been missing land drops and whatnot, I think he's in a lot worse position than we are currently. Alright, so let's do... This is what, equip for 2. Let's go ahead and equip up one of our Thopters, and let's go ahead and do Reign of Truth on the other one. And swing. Alright. So, in theory, I think we can kill them this turn. If my math is right. Oh no, he's going after the Nexus. Okay. Alright. So let's see here. That's a 4/4. If I do now, because I don't have enough colored mana to do that. Let's do Urza. I'm going to do Stonequill for 1, because I get it for free because of Urza. That just gives me a little artifact out there, but that makes All That Glitters more dangerous for the next turn. Alright, he's got to Go-Shintai, and that's okay. Alright, so the question becomes, I think... Yeah, we're gonna kill the Go-Shintai with this. None of that crap going on. Okay. First Sliver. Well, let's see if our luck comes out. We've come up against some really high-level commanders the last 2-3 games, but we've actually come out ahead of the game so far. Let's go ahead and keep him. It gives us a play on 2, because I'm not going to play Michiko's Reign. And I'd rather have something to do rather than nothing. Plus, he can copy artifacts that we play if we get any of the cheap stuff. Or he can bounce this like back to my hand if I want to reuse it. Alright, there's Ugin, which is good. I'm going to go ahead and play the Reign of Truth. I'm just going to start swinging with Drafna. There's no point in letting that damage sit there in my hand for the time being. Because he's going to spend the next turn or two ramping, I think. Alright, okay, he's got a Bone Scythe. We really gotta kill that. You. Ooh, poopy. This is not good. Alright, I'm playing Urza specifically because I need to be able to play Mightstone and Weakstone to kill the Bone Scythe Sliver next turn. Guaranteed. And I don't know if he might have like a land destruction effect or anything like that, but I need to guarantee that that thing is dying. Alright, Drafna is going to bite it because I'm not taking 14 damage. Alright, so we're going to slam this. We're killing Bone Scythe Sliver. As long as he doesn't have a protection spell in hand. That's just way too frickin' dangerous. Oh, great. Ugh. Alright, so Ugin, you're up next. Please don't be a Trample Sliver. Is that the Menace one? That's the First Strike one. Yeah, it's the Menace one. Shit. Okay. Well, this time we are taking 14 because I'm not letting both my guys die. Oh, I love you, Time Wipe. This is probably the best time you could ever show up. Yeah, it's only gonna leave me, what, 2 mana available? So... Oh no, it would leave me 4. Non-artifact spells can't be used, so okay. I always have to think about this. So we're gonna Time Wipe. We're gonna return Urza to my hand. I was just thinking, can I cast Tezzeret or Ugin off of that stuff, but I can't, so... But that board's gotta go. Oh, God. Oh, this makes my head hurt. Enter the battlefield a copy of an artifact or a creature you control. Okay. So... I think it's gotta be Ugin, and I think I gotta smash the freaking First Sliver again. I just gotta keep him off of the whole cascading Sliver horse crap. I know Ugin's gonna die, but my choices are kind of limited right now. Let's go ahead and replay Urza. And let's play this on the cheap. Can't get any of that back. I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's just do a white. And then... I mean, I could prototype that into a Cold Steel Heart. Isn't the worst idea in the world. Make that one blue. Since I don't have any of my better artifact guys laying around, and if he dies, I can always get it back with the Archaeomender, so... Oh, this is gonna suck. Ouch. Crap. Yeah, Urza. It's time, buddy. Yeah, we're gonna exile... what? You? And, exile... Or do I... wait. Do I jump to that conclusion just yet? Draw 2 cards, just create 2. God, there's so many damn things this thing can do. Let's go ahead and kill Firsty again.
Made can be unmade.
And let's drop Tez.
Power belongs in the hands of those who take it.
Hang on, I gotta look at this stupid sliver. There, we're playing. Ouch! Dang it. I'm screwed either way, so it doesn't matter. I'm just way too low. I needed to get rid of the other frickin' guy. Spiteful Sliver is just gonna kill me, so... Whoops. Tamer of Fawa. Well... Got the Brothers of Battle in this time. Yeah, I'll keep this. This has got a nice discount hand put together. Between the Cloud Key and all the Mana Rock stuff. Hello. Will be nice since they are saying it. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and drop that and then pass turn. That gives to artifacts. That's why it was active. Harsh Mentor activates an ability of an artifact, creature, or land on the battlefield. If it's not a mana, 2 damage. Okay. So let's do... I'm debating on which of these to drop. I'm gonna go ahead and do the Palladium Mirror just because of the whole summoning sickness, and I do have a protection spell in my hand. Cloud Key was a consideration set to artifacts, but... Alright. Oh, he didn't get greedy. Darn. Alright, so... At this point... Let's go ahead and see what's on top. Okay, we have a Reign of Truth. I don't care about that right this minute. Let's get Urza online. Again, I still have the protection spell. I can do the cloud key set to artifacts as well. And still have that up and running. So if he decides to try to pinpoint removal Urza or whatever, I got options. And I can drop the Might Stone for 3 and kill a few things next turn or draw cards. You know, whatever works. Alright, we got a Mystic Forge. My turn. Ooh, okay. That's a thing. Let's get rid of... 1, 2, 3, 4. I can do this for the full size. I think I'm going to do the full size and copy Cloud Key. Set artifacts also. Now this does leave me open. That's the only problem with doing that. But it makes it so he can't just burn the Metamorph with a lightning bolt or something of that nature. Alright, Thran Temple Gateway. That is scary. Whenever one or more artifact or creature cards leave your graveyard, put a counter on turn. Okay, I've never seen that card before, or at least didn't pay attention to it. Alright, so I'm just trying to think, can I nuke his entire board? Let's see. 1, 2, let's see. So my stone, weak stone's 2, so that's 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I can. Could be wrong. Alright, Might Stone and Weak Stone. Let's kill this. And let's go ahead and do our thing. And I still have Lauren's Escape for stuff. Urza's gonna say no.
This doesn't concern you.
And let's go ahead and let's go ahead and +1. And we'll discard what? Drafna. And I'll leave Lauren's Escape up. So, I have protection ready to roll. I'm not going to swing because I don't want him coming after Urza if he doesn't have the ability to do so. And I can give any of my artifacts or creatures hexproof and indestructible for this turn. So board wipes and destruction's not going to do him good unless he's got a pair of them. Fireweaver, okay. Ooh, okay. So let's go ahead and plus him.
The next experiment begins.
And let's do it again. You know, I like the idea of a free full-size Steel Seraph and a free Godzilla. You know, or Crystalline Giant if you want to be technical. So, Steel Seraph is going to make this guy fly. Do you have a removal spell? You are in black-red. Flying. Because I can do that. Well, it's good to see the deck living up to its namesake of the discount double check, because we got all the discounts in the world going on right now. Alright, he's digging for answers now. Because Urza can +2 and minus. Okay, he's going to make me discard. So I'm going to go ahead and use Lauren's Escape on my Steel Seraph. Don't care about Hangerback at this point. So yeah, the plan was going to be +2, -10, which would have destroyed everything he had, left all of my board live, and I would have been able to swing for 1, 2, 9, 14, 18. So yeah, he'd have been at 1 and had nothing on board, and I would still would have had Urza. That's pretty damn good. Myrel, Shield of Argive. First time coming up against that one. Well, looky there. We get our own of that. But the rest of the hand is garbage. Better. We got early plays. We got discount stuff. I like that plan. Let's go ahead and wait. We can do a 2/2 Stone Coil. No sense in dropping it as a 1/1 when I have no other 2-drop play to work off of. Let's do Starnheim Courser and say go. All right, she's up and rolling. Block the human. She's what? She's a knight, right? Okay. Trying to think of what the smart play here is. If it's to play the tap land first, I think I just want to do. I think I want to play the land. I think I want to play the Nettle Cyst. And I think I want to play the Reign of Truth and put it on the Courser and swing. Because the quicker I can get out the gate with stuff here, the better off I'm going to be. I got no problems with blocking her. Courser it up. Let's do Urza. And let's see. We got 1 soldier, and that's it. I'll go ahead and do the Thought Monitor. And smashy smashy. He's got hexproof, it looks like. What it? Oh, it's the ability of Myrel. I was like, why is that acting up? She's a 3/4. I'm gonna still take this hit. I was gonna gang block it, but there's no point. Alright, Glacial Fortress. We're gonna put Nettle Cyst on the Courser because I'm not gonna run it into anything. Let's kill that Core Celebrant. That way he's not gaining life off of these. What does this thing do? You have hexproof. Okay. That's where the hexproof's coming from. I'll keep swords to plowshares handy. I'm not going to hit a 2-1 with a swords. There's probably something nastier coming my way that I'm going to need. Right, there's a militia bugler. Better come up with something good for that flyer. That is not the answer. Nope. Starnarm Courser went the distance. Like it gives me 2 discounts. And we're up against Aegar. I was kind of spacing out there for a second. So he's going to have, you know, things that are able to board wipe us and cause us to lose a bunch of things if we're not careful. So it's not a great idea to start slamming big stuff out there just yet, or like Urzas and stuff. I think the Burnished Hurt's going to be the play, because his deck is all about burning you out to draw extra cards. Though, I got a bunch of stuff able to make my artifacts cost less. I'm actually going to do the Foundering Spectre. We'll see if he's got any burn. Because theoretically, if this lives, I can do the Familiar and the Burnished Heart this next turn. And the Familiar can actually discount Urza and Jin-Gitaxias, so... let us see what he's got. That's either the card draw spell, the counter spell, or the extra turn spell. Or Demon Bolt. Could be running that. Ooh, okay. Let's go ahead and do Joyous Familiar. Let's just do the plan we had. Spark Double could, in theory, come down on the Familiar, make a second Familiar, and give us 2 discounts. Alright, we have a quick burner. It's alright. Yeah, I like this plan. Let's just go with it. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3. So I can do a 3/3. But I'll just wait. Actually, no, I'm going to do it as a 3/3. Because if he drops the... what the hell is it? The thing that allows him to deal 4 to everything. The Stone Coil will live through it, but the rest of my board will explode. Okay, so I'm gonna guess he did not have it. Alright, there's Cathartic Pyre. I'm fine with that. The Familiars are actually more powerful in this case because of Gitaxias being in my hand. I just need to... Well, now I need 2. It's like, do I block and kill it? I mean, he still gets the stuff, but yeah, I guess we'll just block it. there's no grand plan involved there. Let's go ahead and drop Urza. We'll leave the flicker effect open. Actually, no, I don't have to worry about that. I forgot. The discount gets both spells. Ding ding. There we go. Read the card, dumbass. Oh. Turn all owners' hands except for giants, wizards, and lands. Okay, so we're gonna do the time twist on Urza. Decline. It can stay there. The time twist will bring it back. Pay attention to that, because you can screw yourself really hard with Teferi's time twist. I've done that before. Alright, let's go ahead and get another Urza out of this. It's a pity this one didn't get Death Touch. I need another white mana is what I need. Ugh. I'm gonna take it because I'd have to like gang block everything on there. Crap, I don't have enough mana still. Well, that ain't gonna work. No attacks. I'm gonna have to gang block and lose both Urzas. That sucks. But I need to prevent the damage from piling through. Alright, now you're going back to post. Holy crap, the lands do exist. You know what? Let's see what we get. Oh, we got lifelink. We're swinging. Alright. Do I just Supreme Verdict this board? Yes. I think I was swinging no matter what, but... God, come on! Alright. I'm playing Urza. If it lives, I have a chance. It's a slim one, but it's a chance. Alright. Meteor Golem is coming down to blow up that stupid hammer. No attacks, because Urza can chump Aegar all day long. Okay. So it's what? Does not lose its ability, so I can still activate it later. And if he wants to swing, I will gladly block. I mean, getting it in the graveyard for the repair and recharge is great. Alright, so let's go ahead and just do the repair and recharge on the Meteor Golem and kill Aegar again. Because I enjoy making that thing cost a ton. And I'm just going to keep the Phyrexian Metamorph in hand, so if the Meteor Golem lives, I can copy it again. I mean, I have 6 mana, 7 mana now. So, I mean, Metamorph could kill that Rhyme Shield Frost Giant. Sure, we'll do that. No, we're just going to do the regular cost. I'm not losing my life. Yep. Autopay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and attack. We gotta pressure his life total at some point here. Alright. Got Aegar down again. Now, if that's all he's done, I could slam the Tempered Steel. I think I like the idea of the Palladium Mirror and the Tempered Steel. Because I'm going to really force his hand on blocking stuff. Alright, I'm not going to attack. Since he did that, I'm not going to attack. But I'm glad that he countered that and not the Platinum Angel. I might need that to live. I'm not 100% certain at this point. I mean, we've kind of, sort of come out of this a little bit. Untapped target. Okay, it's not a bounce. So that's good. That's reasonable. Let's go ahead and get Jin-Gitaxias down. He might scoop to it. I'm not sure. Because if I can get, you know, copies of Platinum Angels and other big dumb things, well, more power to me. And now you gotta have 2 burn spells. Oh, what? Alright, Cathar Commando. You have this as long as you have the Giant's Grasp, right? Okay. Okay. I mean, I have no problem chump blocking these. Because I'm just going to do the Cathar Commando, get my Jin back, so... Give. And let's have 2 Platinum Angels. Now this might scoop him. So... Now he's got to burn his way through 2 Platinum Angels and a Jin-Gitaxias. I mean, you can hit me. You're not killing me, though. I mean, I'm probably going to block a land with Jin just to kill it. Actually, I'll block... Or wait. Let's block a land, block the Avalanche Collar, block the Aegar. Now, this might prove to be a dumb idea, because he could have something that could burn it, and then if he draws cards... Okay. Well, that's not what I want. So yeah, we'll just swing. Okay. So that was his last hurrah. Kyodai. So we got a 5-color deck coming in. I'm actually going to keep this because it's basically an all-blue hand with 2 discount spells in it. Between the Inspector and the Cloud Key. Hello. Alright, bravo. You didn't wait to pop it. I hate when people do that. It's like, it's the first turn. Just break it and go. Alright, gotta wait. We're in good shape. Alright, let's go ahead and do Cloud Key. We'll set it to Artifact. And then, unless something really changes next turn, it's probably going to be Probably going to be Foundry Inspector, Mecha Godzilla, and I might be able to play the Helm of the Host too. If I do the order correctly. So let's do Foundry Inspector. Oh no, I can only do one or the other. I can't do both. Let's do the... Because then I could start creating more Foundry Inspectors. Or Urzas, or, you know, whatever. I was thinking I had enough discounts to chain everything out, but didn't. So we got somebody who's thinking through their plays. So let's see what we got. We got Prison Realm. That's going on. The Foundry Inspector. That's fine. Probably gonna do Urza and Mecha Godzilla this turn. And we got some death-touching Godzilla. Now, unless something drastic presents itself, which Sithis is not very drastic yet. Probably going to do Helm of the Host on Urza. Guess we can probably leave Ugin on top. Let's go ahead and get our discount on. Oh, it flies now. Nice. So we have -3 to our artifact costs and -2 to our spell costs. So that's nice. And what's funny is I could take the True Polymorph and turn Mechagodzilla into another Urza if I targeted this one. Because it's non-legendary, so... we have options to play with. What's funny is I can hardcast Doomscar for the same cost of it as its Foretell now. Alright. I think... so this looks like it's a secret shrine deck, is what I think it is. I'm going to play Ugin. I'm going to plus it. I'm just going to sit back right now because I want to be able to protect things. I'm probably going to minus, as long as Ugin's not in danger, I'm probably going to minus and get rid of that stupid Prison Realm so I can get my Foundry Inspector back. But I need to draw, like, my big artifacts, my Cityscape Levelers, and my Portals to Phyrexia and stuff like that. It's like, I got discounts for days, but nothing to spend it on. Alright, there's a Honden. I could just also get rid of Sithis, because she needs to go away. I might use this to turn my token into another Urza or a Mecha Godzilla. I haven't figured out what I'm doing there yet. Alright, we got a borrowed time. Probably going after Helm of the Host. I mean, it's the thing that keeps pumping stuff out, so... Oh, okay, so I gotta pay a colorless now to do Ugin's abilities. Alright. Alright, so... I want my helm back, thanks.
Be gone, interloper.
Like I said, I got discounts for days and nothing to do with them. Come on. Alright, this is gonna get out of hand with that Condon online now. Because he's gonna be able to just overwhelm the board in short order. I really, really, really need Cityscape Leveler or something of that nature. On top of that, now he can pay and shoot pretty much any one of my creatures. Holy shit. Uh-oh. No, that's a bad thing too. I don't know that I'm gonna be able to overcome all of this. This is getting out of hand really quick. I mean, it doesn't matter, because it's still going to make a copy of the original card. It's not going to make a copy of the coward version, I don't think. Could be wrong. No, I think it still makes... I'll test that theory when we get to the next turn. Pretty sure it doesn't do anything, though. He's gonna shoot something. Probably Godzilla. Mecha Godzilla, I should say. Alright. Come on, deck. You are freaking frustrating. Alright, +1 him. Another land. Must be kidding me. Okay, just got a regular Urza out of it, so that's good to know. No attacks. We're gonna have to Doomscar, though. And I'm just gonna recast Urza. So we start over. Unfortunately, he's got that Honden, and that's gonna be a problem. I don't know what to do about it either. It's just... I'm not drawing anything to work off of to stop all this. And Ugin's probably dead. He's probably gonna go after him right now. So, oh, well, he can't. They got summoning sickness. I'm derping right now. But I'm not gonna give up yet. The board looks awful, but let's see what happens. was that? Oh. Okay, so he's got the 9 lives crap in there too. Okay. Fondant's a problem too. It's fine. Can't cast Bomb. I don't even know that I have any flashback spells or anything in this deck, so. Repair and recharge. All I got is Godzilla. Oh god. Why does Ugin's gonna die? I really should take out something important over there before I get shot to death. He's got, what, 18? It doesn't matter. I'm probably dead anyways with all the creatures that are over there. I guess take out the Red London.
I concede. I can create or destroy.
Give me Ugin back. I forgot that gets planeswalkers. Let's do it again.
You understand.
It's like, what do I take out? It's like, this is so stupid. I guess the Shark Tornado or Shark Typhoon, whatever. That's a little bit of a non-bow there. I think I'm dead anyways, but let's see.
Oh yeah.
Dead as doornails.
Yeah, I completely forgot that repair and recharge also gets planeswalkers out of your graveyard. I was just focused so much on the artifact part of the whole thing.
8 hours later.
Okay, that's my cue to be like, I'm done. So what did you guys think? I had a lot of fun playing this deck. As I was saying in the intro part, Urza melds so much easier than Mishra or Titania. Both of them have just monumentally harder triggers to set off the meld. I think it has everything to do with the fact that you need an attacking creature with Mishra, and you need to survive long enough to get to that next phase with Titania. Whereas with Urza, as soon as you slam him down, if you have 7 mana available, boom, you're ready to go. Also, he's in colors that carry heavy amounts of protection for him to keep him alive. And there's also ways of bringing back the Might Stone and the Weak Stone if it gets destroyed. There's just a lot of ways to keep things rolling along with him, and makes it so much easier to get him set up to become the Planeswalker. That said, I don't know if you make any changes to the deck other than the ones I mentioned. I did leave out some lands that I probably shouldn't have for color fixing purposes, but it didn't seem to really affect me either. So, have a good day, enjoy the deck, and we'll catch you in the next one.